this and Eco, and
Alright, well, John, this is a video game.
it's a damn fine video game.
A lot of you watching this probably know what this is just from the scene. But if you don't, this is the opening on Shadow of the Colossus. Game I have not played because I missed the entire PS2 era of consoles. Like, so anything that was out, Nintendo 64, GameCube. Like, I known consoles at that time. I had a PC, didn't really game on it. I have played Ico. I've gone back and played it. Mixed feelings on it. I can appreciate it for what it was in its time, but I got done with it, and I was kind of like, that's not something I'm ever gonna play again. That little girl was just the most annoying companion ever. Can't you just jump down this block? Do I really have to run around this entire map, go through 3 doors, and push a block over for you? But I get what it was doing with the non-traditional. There wasn't even combat in Ico, was there?
I mean, you had a stick.
You did have a stick, but I don't think. Yeah, wait. There was little things that came out of the ground sometimes.
Yeah, the little shadows.
Toward the end, there was little shadows. I can definitely appreciate it for what it was doing. Now I've read and heard a lot better things about this. In fact, the only negative review of any site of note was GameSpot gave it like a 7.5 and said it was too short. So even though I haven't played it, I was kind of like, fuck you. To just give it down a game because it's too short is just bullshit. That's how we get padded games.
Right. I think the game still took me like 12 hours or so to complete.
10 to 12 seems to be the average playthrough. But that might be skewed, I guess, because by the time How Long to Beat was up, nobody was on their first playthrough, really, on this. There's gonna be a lot of replays. This is supposed to be a spiritual prequel to Ico. I didn't read the plot, I just sort of read, like, some stuff around it. And this is like the PlayStation 3 up-res edition. Although, looking at it, what up-res meant when this came out is still kind of dated by today's standards.
Well, it's still a good sight better than what it was. Although it was good for its time, it was...
So what I know, from a game design perspective about this game, is this game really put set-piece boss fights on the map?
Yeah.
Am I right in that? Okay, that's... In context, when people talk about something, and they'll talk about a Souls fight or something like that, they'll talk about a big moment in another game, and they'll reference, you know, like Shadow of the Colossus or something.
Yeah, this game is a straight 12-hour boss rush.
All right. So it had in options. I turned it off, and if you want to make a case for it, I'll put it back on. But it had in options as full pixel mode.
Eh.
And it's like, okay, I think this game was designed to be in its own aspect cinematic ratio.
Right.
So I left that off. Back is triangle. Okay. Alright, well, new game.
About to get into this very deep and convoluted plot.
Isn't this like Ico, though, and they have like a made-up language?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, there's very little that's even spoken. You know, it's mostly a dude, a horse, and a dead girl on a dais. So.
Oh god, there for a second I thought like, oh shit, capture failed. So I mean, this is biased to what I played, but I got a very Twilight Princess vibe happening right now. Although that would come after. Don't get upset. Or get upset. Leave a comment. Hell, I don't care.
Like, comment, subscribe. Nerd. Follow us on Twitter. We know you won't, so it's fine.
Or maybe you already are, because I renamed an existing Twitter account.
And you're like, where the fuck is Game Mark? That's what happened. Where's Dylan? Well, I killed him and took his place.
I don't think anybody's been asking where Game Mark is. It's been like 3 years. The search was called in and they stopped looking.
Well, it washed up on the shore with amnesia and now known as These Are Video Games.
Like clutching a $silver game in one hand. Moe Mercury in the other.
Oh. Fucking shouts out to Moe Mercury.
Where's the Moe Mercury HD remake?
Right? Where is that on Android?
Oh. Oh, we already had the Dead Girl.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have Dead Girl yet. That's something that's going to happen. John's spoiling over here, but...
No.
That wasn't a saddle cloth. That was a Dead Girl.
Yeah. Yeah, spoiler alert, that girl's dead as hell.
So is this a Pet Cemetery thing? Like, bring back my dead girl?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that never goes wrong.
Never once. Very intense looking, by the way. Our pal Wander.
Oh, okay, yeah, here's their language.
I always like it when games and anime make up their own languages.
Plus, I wanted to play this too before The Last Guardian?
Yeah.
Before that comes out.
I mean, you might have another 3 or 4 years at this rate.
That's true. But it was teased at last E3.
Yeah, it's supposedly a thing that's finally happening, but, you know, we'll see.
This E3, they'll announce a new Kickstarter program for Last Guardian.
What Trayon for Last Guardian.
What didn't Sony do a crowdfunding game at last E3?
I don't think Sony did.
Was it Sony? Some big publisher, and it felt gross. It felt
yeah,
like...
I remember there was a big publisher that did it, but I don't remember which one it was. Because I remember feeling the same way, where it's like, guys, you're a big fucking publisher. I think I felt the same way when, like, Tim Schafer did it, too.
Tim Schafer, for me, the reason I give him more of a pause is that he could get somebody to pay to make his game. But his thing is that when he does that, he never owns the IP.
Right.
And I think what the genesis from him was Notch, basically. Because there was like some tweets by him when Notch sold the company of just like, huh, so that's what happens when you keep your IP. And I think it's a way of getting his studio to a point where they own their own IP. Which will be good because those are definitely like the same shadow things, but...
Right.
Now the creators said... They've said like as much as like, yeah, we sort of designed this from the intent as a spiritual prequel, but it's not explicit and we're not going to say it's canon one way or the other. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that tact of... I mean, obviously we had a thing in mind when we did it, but it's okay to come up with something that you like better. I think I like that more in a game than I do in like an anime or a movie franchise or something, because you're playing the game, it's your experience.
Right. That at least makes more sense.
It's not always amusing. I'll click if it leads to either.
Now is the question of what was she sacrificed for? And if you get her soul back, does that undo the sacrifice?
He had a cursed fate. I mean, you know, who knows?
May not be possible?
It may not be impossible.
Oh, impossible.
You know,
okay.
Kind of a double negative. I don't know why in this other made-up language they're speaking in King James English, but
That's a Japanese thing, because they like to do that in the Dark Souls stuff too as well. And it's like, I don't know that people ever actually talk that way. That may have just been a giant troll Shakespeare did.
I believe it.
And everybody laughed at it because he was just doing a troll thing, but yet now we think that's the way they
Shakespeare
talked.
strikes me as kind of an asshole, so.
You too. You bet, Sanada.
Here to play this damn game. I'm just gonna say, this sounds a lot like something I like to play.
Right?
Go around, defeat the bosses, collect their souls.
Yeah. But this game has better mechanics than a little less bullshit.
I'm guessing if it's gonna be more like Ico, it's gonna be more puzzle-based than Twitch combat reflex.
By and large, yeah. But again, the bosses are the puzzle. So... yeah, you're not going to be sitting here doing, you know, Bayonetta combos on the guy, but you're also not going to be standing around, you know, trying to gather these pieces for this piece of bullshit and then rearranging it. It's not going to be like all the bad parts of the Uncharted games, where they just stop the action entirely so you can do a menial puzzle.
Never played an Uncharted game.
You played Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I played Tomb Raider.
It's the same
I liked
thing.
it. Well, you've talked about it. You made it sound like the good parts of Uncharted. It's actually like, I think I own one of them. One of them came with the PlayStation 2 or 3. Uncharted 2 or 3 did.
Yeah.
Then again, I never played Last of Us that came with the PlayStation 4.
I haven't played that one yet.
Oh, hey. We're in.
Yep.
It's a video game now. Okay. Got here.
Calling for your horse.
Oh, is that what that does? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Press triangle to jump. Hey, okay, there we go. In a sunlit place, hold up the sword by using circle and look where the beam focuses.
It's basically how you find the bosses.
And, okay. I'm not in a sunlit place?
Right, like once you leave the temple.
Okay. Alright, so do we gotta... Oh, okay, that's an attack. There we go.
Yeah, the primary thing you're going to want to keep an eye on is the little circle down there in the bottom right of your screen there, because that's your basically your stamina. So you run out of that, and you're climbing up, and you're gonna fall. And when we come back, we're gonna try and fight an actual factual Colossi.
All right.